want you to get together. I want you to get together. I want you to get together.
Everybody jamming? Everybody jazzing?
Put your hands together one time. I
You
want
heard me.
to get together.
Put your hands together one time.
I want you to
Hi,
get
everybody.
together.
Welcome to the Preshow. Hi.
I want you to get
Welcome to the Preshow for Night Attack. It's another Tuesday night. It's another beautiful Tuesday night here in chilly Austin, Texas. It's starting to get chilly. I had to wear my jacket unironically today. Uh-oh, get the sleeves. It's your boy. But hello, everybody. Hello. Oh, yeah, that's right. No sunglasses. I put them away. Oh. What are you... I just noticed some fucked up shit on this video feed. I'm gonna have to keep an eye. Hi, Jay. Jay's in the chat. Hi, Jay. Hi. Sandwich Rat is saying chili. Sure. No, I'll show you. Fucking, it was, right now it is 67 degrees. 67. 66. It went down. I looked at it. It went down. But hello, everybody. Hello, Tuesday. We're listening to Saint Germain and his Seminole? Is that the right word for this? Seminole. No. That's just a type of Indian, of Native American. Excuse me. Anyway, it's his hit album. This is Saint Germain and his hit album, Tourist. We're doing this bigger show. Hello, everybody. My back hurts. So I was shooting some footage. I was shooting some footage out at the warehouse for the pre-show. Excuse me. And I don't know what it was, but I don't know whether it was just because I was standing and maybe hunching over a little bit or what, but I hurt my the lower part of my back just a little bit. But we got some neat footage. I don't know. So I think that'll be a video that we put out Thursday or Friday about an upgrade to one of our products at scamstuff.com. And it's so weird. It's such a kind of a weird product. It's kind of a weird product, but it's popular. And as a function of that, getting interesting footage of it is not the easiest thing. It does one thing, and it's not exactly the most straightforward way of doing what it does, but it's a cool thing, and you'll probably see something about it. If not this week, then maybe next week. I don't know. We shot that footage, and I hurt my back doing it, so we're gonna fucking use it somehow. But yeah, so I told the guys, the warehouse guys, I'll probably be there around 5, thinking, pre-show's at 8, I try to get here a little earlier, and so I think, 5 o'clock, that's plenty of time to go shoot that thing, and then maybe I can go and get some fucking Taco Bell or some fucking Jack in the Box or some fucking food. The exact opposite happened. It took 2.5 hours plus tear down and then bring stuff over here. I didn't even get a chance to unload everything here at the Brushwood house. I'll have to do that after the show. But so instead of eating some very good burgers or quesadillas, I'm having some Simply Lemonade, pink lemonade, and some of these Snackers unwrapped bites. Hold on, I want to talk a little bit about these Snackers because I'm about to get into like some real ass social eating for like a minute. I got this. I saw these Snickers Unwrapped Bites, and I thought, well, okay, so this is like a more the net weight is higher than just a normal Snickers bar, so I'll get it, and that'll be it. But like, so they're like not like Reese's Pieces, but they're like those mini Hershey Kisses. They're small. They're a bite-sized version of a larger food. What? The downside is that there's so much surface area that there's a lot more chocolate. Which gets stuck in your teeth. So, anyway, and Curtis is saying that's a downside. How I'm not saying it's more surface area and more chocolate than I was expecting, and it's fucking with my teeth a little bit. So I do want to share. I do want to do a little bit of social eating. I do want. Yeah, the ratio was off. That's exactly it. I see. The ratio is off. So, Kyle N sent me this incredible. He sent me a whole box of this fragrant assortment of foods from, I believe it's from Hawaii. He knew that I was really getting into. It was probably when I was getting into Japanese style originator earlier in this year, which is great. It's on Netflix. Go watch it. And in Hawaii they have a bunch of Japanese type snacks, and so he sent me a bunch of freeze dried or like dry prepared foods so that they didn't spoil. And there's a lot of stuff in there. And I feel really bad because he sent it a long time ago and I haven't even cracked it. So I brought together the first of oh, I just dropped everything. I was thinking of a word and then I spilled so much of it. The first package of that bag that he sent, Lynn's Hawaiian Snacks wasabi peas. Now, I've never had wasabi peas. NSFW Ben says Japanese type snacks is the most racist phrase on this podcast since Glape. No, it's not. No, it's not. So, I'm gonna. Mad Scientist is saying to eat a handful. Well, I'm gonna try one. So I eat sushi, and most wasabi is just horseradish, right? Most wasabi that you get is just fucking green horseradish. And y'all might know my stiz. I do not like spicy food. I don't like spicy stuff. So, Borko Man says, don't eat too many. They'll give you the world's worst heartburn. Fuck. Oh, Jesus. All right. Here we go. You guys ready? Oh. 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 I'm trying to get it on my tongue so I can actually taste it. Okay. You get a really quick punch of the wasabi. But then it kind of dissipates because it's not very much, right? I mean, it's like, assuming that the light green is the actual wasabi bits, it's not like coated. It's not coated. But you get a really short kick of spice. It doesn't linger. And then you kind of get an interesting, like, really dried taste, which I guess is supposed to, right? Because they're not freeze dried, but they're dry prepared. Oh. Babcat says, if I recall, it's just the powdery outside that's spicy. Yeah, RoboJeff's got it. If you're used to spicy food, you don't even feel it. Wasabi peas are very mild. Yeah, these are pretty mild. I could eat these. I could eat a lot more of these. I'm not going to, because I'm busy with the pre-show. That's right. I'm blaming you. No, but my nose feels fine. It's not even very concentrated. I would believe that it's just a dusting on the outside, because once you bite into it, it's not like you get much more of it. And and it's pretty different than, like, even if you just have fucking wasabi horseradish, where that is such concentrated, and you eat a lot of it, then you really start to feel it in your nose. This is not bad. So that's Lynn's Hawaiian Snacks brand wasabi peas. Thank you, Kyle. Kyle sent a lot of stuff, a lot of different types of stuff, and some of them are scary. Some of them are scary to look at. But that'll have to be for another time. Also, oh my gosh. So this is actually not the treat that I was gonna bring. I was gonna bring what I think I will eat next week. Maybe I'll tell you guys now and tease you. But Travis, who lives here in Austin, went to the grocery store and found in the freezer section they sell. I'm gonna see if there's like a listing. I don't. So these were a thing that you could get at Burger King earlier this year, sometime in the summer. Yeah, right in the spring summer. And it was right around. It must have been right after the naked chicken chalupa, when that was like kind of like busting everyone's nut at Taco Bell. And I think the naked chicken chalupa is great. I miss it. But apparently now here in the freezer section, you can get mac and Cheetos frozen. Now I actually did a small social eating stream trying out the mac and Cheetos, and they're alright. So if you don't know what mac and Cheetos are, if you've forgotten, or if you're not from America, they're a little like cheese puff shaped. They're a cheese puff shaped food, and they're deep fried, and I think they're even coated in some Cheetos dust. And the inside is mac and cheese. I don't know if it's Kraft Mac or just something else, but it is. It's alright. It was alright in the Burger King. It was alright. It was kind of weird. So I almost brought them today. I probably should have brought them today because next week the family's gonna be here, and like they're all allergic to regular stuff. I don't know what the fuck would mess them up if I tried to cook this. But you can't even microwave them because they're deep fried on the outside. So you have to put them in the oven for like 10 minutes. But mac and Cheetos. So I think I might try to do these next week. I don't know. Waffle asks, wait, was that the one that made you vomit? I've never vomited from eating fast food. It was not a great digestive experience. Certainly not. But I did not vomit eating mac and Cheetos. Well, so we'll see. We'll see. And I'm gonna have a lot of them because you can. It's not a very big box, but you'll. I don't know. Let's see. I wonder if there is something on the Wikipedia. Maybe not. I don't know. Okay, I'm putting too much effort into mac and Cheetos. So anyway, the Sunbud says not a great digestive experience as my Red Hot Chili Peppers cover band. That's great. That's great. Mad Scientist asks if he should get me yogurt soda. God, no. I'm a soda. I like a good soda, but ooh boy, howdy. Let's see what the juice is up to. Let's see if the juice is loose. Because if the juice is loose, then we might just have ourselves, well, a goose. That's only if said juice is loose. Juice.
Yo.
Wait, are you on your phone?
Yeah. Sorry, I had to do one last thing, and then I'll be up there.
Okay. Well, just call me when you're ready.
All right, cool.
All right. The juice is loose in Oakland. I don't know what I'm doing here. I hope Justin's okay. You know that Bay Area is not doing super great right now with the air quality index. Oh, that's great. So Slider shared a box of Kit Kats, different varieties of Kit Kats. Kit Kats are huge in Japan. Almost all of them will have a space on the back for you to input a message, but there's so many different flavors, and they're like this weird. They're not. It's weird that the attachment to them is such, but they're like a graduation gift. They're like a congratulatory gift, and so there's just tons of Kit Kat and tons of flavors, and they have space for you to write messages. And it's a real thing. That's pretty cool. Wasabi Kit Kat, says Jay. Oh. Biocast says the air is much better in the Bay Area than it was last week. Oh, that's good. I was seeing some graphs on Twitter that were saying that things were not super great. So we have a game today for the upcoming episode that you're about to hear. And I think I really want to get Justin on the horn because I almost want to like play test it with him. So I was really like noodling around on the Discord, nightattack.tv/Discord if you want to join the fun. I was noodling around. I was like, I don't even have a bit. What is the bit that we can do tonight? And I found some data for a product. I found a couple of lists actually of sexy Halloween costumes. Weird extrapolations of the word sexy Halloween costumes. And I thought, well, okay, so part of that is that when they list them on these lingerie websites, because by the way, it's just lingerie. Like these are just role-playing costumes that they can wheel out at twice the price for Halloween products. And as a part of it, for the women's stuff at least, they try to like not name what the actual intellectual property is. And so you get really weird generic names, and when you look at it, next to the photo, you're like, okay, that's Snow White. You're just trying to be Snow White. But like, I thought there was something there, and I was looking. So I thought, okay, well, I'll give them the generic name, and then they will have to guess what the intellectual property is for it, or maybe describe the costume. But that was harder to do after I took 10 minutes and came back and looked at it and said, okay, y'all tell me, here we go. This is one that I labeled a 6 on the scale from 1 to 5 on difficulty. Unbreakable heroine costume. Tell me what you think. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chats right now. Unbreakable heroine costume. What property? What property? What is unbreakable heroine costume gonna be? CC Otis is Breaking Bad. A lot of people saying Wonder Woman. Superwoman, we got Khaleesi, She-Hulk, Brick Bong. What if I told you, despite the fact that the word heroine is in the costume and is usually not in any of these other costumes, that the character she was portraying was a man? Then what would you say? We had some Mystique, sexy Bruce Willis, Jessica Jones, sexy Katniss. That's kind of Courtney Love, says Reject. Well, that's a little sexy Sam Jackson. I mean, that's redundant now. Slider says Superman. Curtis says The Thing. See, it's not. It's not. It's Spider-Man. So, unbreakable heroine costume is Wolverine. It's not even good Wolverine. Look at this. It's like a one piece. This looks like a bathing suit even. A bathing suit even. But this is your unbreakable heroine costume. It's Wolverine. And so that was pretty impossible. I thought this is going to be fucking impossible. And so I have another idea of a way to format this, because what it needs is it just needs the right form. The Our customers love our data and our products, but the products need to be invisible in the hardware and the software. I'm working on that Tim Cook. I'm working just slightly on that Tim Cook. That Tim Cook is coming along. And so I thought, well, what if they did like oh, it does look like Electabuzz. It does look like the Pokemon Electabuzz. She does look like Electabuzz. Look at that. She got the yellow with the stripes. You know Electabuzz would wear a knee-high boot. Anyway. So I thought, well, okay, so I'll give them the titles. And maybe what they do is we do like a 20 questions type of thing. Or maybe it's only 10, or I don't know. This is why I need to play test it, because I like this idea. I feel like there's now a game to go with the data. And I think maybe that mesh works. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Everyone is saying that's X23. What is X23? Is this is this the girl from Logan? When a top secret program attempted to recreate the original Weapon X experiment that involved the feral mutant Wolverine, they failed to secure a test subject. Female clone. Okay. Maybe that's her. I don't know. Maybe. Is that one Brian Brushwood?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Hey, so I'm guessing that this isn't. You're not hearing this at all, right?
No, I'm not.
Son of a biscuit. Let me see if I've got another pair of headphones that are the old-fashioned ones.
Dongle life.
Hashtag
Dongle
you know what?
life.
I think I. Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
Dude, how you doing, Bryce?
I'm doing okay. I hurt my back a little bit earlier, but I think I'll be okay. How are you? How's Lando?
What's that?
How's Lando? Oh, he froze. I asked about Lando, and then Lando Calrissian took him out. Huh. Well, let's try to get him back. Yeah, he does look like he's in a fucking gazebo, right? I wonder if they're like in a... Like, I was thinking maybe they're in like what is it? What is it called? I want to call it a B2B, and that's not right. What is the thing called? What is the thing that people do called? The house share service. How did I forget the name of it? Anyway, hey, there he is.
Hey, sorry. Was that on my end? Did I mess something up?
Well, I don't know whether it's a connection thing or what, but
okay. Well, we'll see. I'm trying real hard to be the shepherd here.
yeah. Tap your mic for me. I think you might be good. Yeah, there he is.
Beautiful.
Great.
So just 35 minutes ago, we were in a kawaii museum listening to J-pop, and I was thinking of you.
That's great. Airbnb, that's the word I was thinking of. Thank you, literally everybody who...
What, Airbnb?
I could not think of the word Airbnb. I'm trying to figure out what's up with like your gazebo background right now.
Yeah, I'll give you... In fact, I'll bet somebody's going to be able to figure it out. But,
yeah, all the Disney heads.
I'm going to give you a peek into our room where we are. Wait for it.
Oh, wait, is that... Oh. I wonder if the eagle-eyed viewers at home have an idea of where that is.
Somebody got a clue.
Hey, Justin.
Yo, what up?
How's it doing?
I'm at Justin's mom's house. Not the most outrageous of suggestions.
No, I guess not, huh?
No, she's actually moving back up there. It looks like too. So maybe you should
Oh, yeah?
scout it out. Yeah.
So interesting.
I mean, not to the resort you're at, but like
She's moving to Disney permanently.
in general.
Yeah. No, we're staying on Disney property, which is like of everything, of all the parts of the Disney stuff that, like, I almost wept openly when I pulled up to park and I was like, "How much is park?" I was like, "I've got this band. Does this mean anything?" And they said, "Let's find out." And then they did the Jeep drop, and then they're like, "Enjoy your complimentary parking, Mr. Brushwood." And I was just like, "Oh!"
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Watching your social media, Brian, has certainly goosed my drive to do an on-property Disney stay. You know, never in my life have I done an on. Actually, no. I take that back. I did when I was a kid. We used to go to. What was it? It was the on-property place that's actually just a fancy mobile home park, but that has trailers there.
Uh-huh.
Well, there's man, I've been getting the hard sales pitch on the whole like buying points, because I guess this timeshare biz stuff, like you actually own the property, like you buy the points and you actually own those slices of time, and then you only have to pay the taxes on the property taxes, the HOA on that, which come out to like $400 to $1,000 a year or something like that. And then it's just your and like I don't know. It's I am living on we are enjoying staying here on somebody else's timeshare with them. Did I ever introduce you to Mark Schneider, Justin?
I don't know if I've ever met Mark Schneider. All right, listen. Everybody is lighting you up for this timeshare thing. There are many of what you hear about timeshares is totally true. There are a shit ton of them in Orlando, and if you are doing Disney once a year, I mean, you really have to commit to the fact that you're doing Disney once a year. But it's not the worst. It's certainly cheaper than getting the hotel on property.
Yes. Well, especially if you buy on the used market and then sell on the used market, right? Because then you're buying at market rates and you're selling at market rates. Look, man, trust me, the host of Scam School knows a thing or two about whether or not timeshares are a good investment, and it's always easy to pretend in the future you're always going to be spending, maximizing your benefit of it. And I understand that very rarely does that happen. However, as somebody who is currently staying in a delightful place with delightful people who go, if not every, they spend their points in fits and bursts. And right now, I am the lucky friend recipient of a burst in that they got, a whole bunch of bedrooms. The kids are upstairs going to bed and stuff. It's pretty. I'm with WJ says in the chat. Yes, in general, timeshares are terrible, but from what I've heard, the Disney one is one of the least terrible of all of them.
So there you go.
So there we
Dick,
go.
everybody.
So if you guys will just make sure to use
Timeshare.
referral code Brushwood when you sign up, that'll be great.
Hey, since we're in the pre-show, I've got a bit for tonight. And I don't know if it will. I want to. Can we play test one round of this game?
Sure.
Sure.
Do you mind if we play? So, I found these great lists, some great data of sexy Halloween costumes.
Oh, by the way, did you see the Reddit post where somebody's costume was to go as a sexy costume?
I did.
It's
sexy costume.
It's basically a package that says sexy Halloween costume, and then below that are just fishnet legs.
Yes. And so I thought, I was looking at some of these listings, and a lot of them, they can't have the name in it, or they won't put the name of whatever it is in it.
Yeah, they don't want to invite trouble, right? So it's like it says clown mask, and it's clearly the Joker, right?
Right. Though Fun fact, not for the men's costumes. They will just fucking say that you were Peter Griffin. I don't know. Weird. This is not a hill I want to die on. So I found.
Are you just about to go on like a woke rant about the of naming conventions for men and women's costumes?
A little bit. Oh, look, they had 30 Prince Charmings, and no, I'm not.
Yeah, he was like, I made a promise to myself earlier today. We're not gonna.
I love that you're protecting the sanctity of the pre-show and just debuting Bryce's new character, guy who's about to go into a woke rant before pulling himself back.
So what I thought was, well, maybe I'll just give you these like genericized names and see if you could guess what the character or property it's supposed to be. And then I looked at the list and thought, oh, that's fucking impossible. So I thought,
you know what? I'll tell you what. One of two things will happen. Either it'll be a great bit, or there'll be a great bit about what a terrible bit this is.
And I'd love to not do a fourth one of those in the row. So I thought, what if we did like a 20 questions sort of thing, right?
I like that.
We get to ask and zero in on it.
Yeah.
Let's try one this way. This is a great idea.
So here's one. On the hunt, sexy cartoon character costume.
Okay. Male or female? Or is it male? You do yes, no, right? So
right,
is it male? Is it intended for males only?
Can you rephrase the question?
What I want to know is it male or female? And imagine I phrased the question in such a way where I was able to discern that, and then give me the answer.
The character it is portraying is male.
Okay. Justin? This does seem like a Brian and Justin versus Bryce bit, not a Brian versus Justin bit.
Yeah, right?
Was the character portrayed by Chris Hemsworth?
No.
Is the character being portrayed? Has that character been portrayed in a Disney property?
In a Disney property? No.
Wow. So that's all of Star Wars. That's all of Marvel. That's all of Disney. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Is the character from a scary movie?
No.
One more time, the name of the character or the costume?
On the hunt, sexy cartoon character costume for $89.
Is it? Is the cartoon property from which it comes older than 20 years old?
Ooh, I have to look this up.
Wait. We know it's a cartoon property?
Yes, it says cartoon in the title.
Oh, cartoon. Oh, gotcha.
Let me see. I have to. You said 20 years old?
Yeah, so that would have been late 90s or after is when it debuted.
Oh, shit. Well, if it's on the bubble, then maybe it's not. There's some great stuff in the chat room.
Yes. The question was more than 20 years ago it originated? Yes.
Is it Elmer Fudd?
It is not Elmer Fudd.
Okay. So a sexy male cartoon character. Is it older than 40 years old?
No.
Aha. So that means we're looking at late 90s to late 70s. That zone.
Oh, man. Wait, so this wasn't a Disney property, but it is a cartoon.
Are you asking?
Well, no.
No. I'm seeing a really good guess in the chat that involves the color yellow.
Did the character chase around a monkey of some sort?
What the fuck?
I would say probably at one point.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go. Forgive me for taking a targeted strike here,
Go
Justin. Is it Ash from Pokemon?
It is Ash Ketchum from Pokemon. On
Yeah!
the Hunt, sexy
Oh my
cartoon.
God, it's sexy Ash.
Look at
This is a
sexy
great
ass
game.
though.
Okay, so I say we limit it to 10 questions,
Okay.
and I think we got a game there.
Okay.
And if it gets too easy, then you can take away questions from us, and maybe
it gets
you can
difficult.
declare how many questions we get going into it.
That one was.
Then it's us versus you.
I'm not worried about it being too easy.
Yeah,
If it's because I think there's going to be at least one or two that we're going to crack the full 10 on.
Yeah, I gave you guys an easy one for demonstration purpose. That's okay. That's great. Perfect.
Back that Ash up.
That Ash. You guys talk for a minute while I go do a thing.
Justin, I've got so much to share, so much to discuss. I feel like it's up to you how much of Act 1 you want to be Brian's vacation stories, but I feel like you could probably tease out some fairly interesting discussions from just the insanity of the last 3 days.
I'm all for it. Just yeah. I mean, I would say, well, obviously we'll try to keep them to the big highlights, but yeah, I think we're down.
All right.
What was today? What was on the menu today?
A lot. It's been a lot. Today we did today we we're on a quest. So I'm not going to go into show material mode, but today we did Hollywood Studios and then ended up at Epcot, and then I discovered a discovery at Epcot that made me so just joyously happy, and I can't. You are encountering me a little bit shell-shocked by what it looks like to look in the face of true talent, and
no, I saw if it's what you said on Twitter, the postmodern jukebox thing.
Jesus Christ, it was great, and like all, I kind of want to carve out a block of time to just describe how great they are. Have you seen them?
No.
But you're familiar with them, right?
Yeah, I know who they're. They seem. If I were to run across them at Epcot, I would be like, wow, that's really cool. I got to run across them at Epcot.
Well, screw it. I'll go ahead. I'm sure we'll have plenty to talk about. I got made at that concert too, which is I am just about as incognito as I've ever been. And sure enough, like the moment the concert's over, somebody's like, "Excuse me, is your name Brian?" And I was just like, "Holy shit!"
They're like, YouTube's leaking.
Well, and yeah, I'm going to save this for the show because I do want to talk about this. There was an element of worlds colliding that I hadn't seen before. A little bit of Dragon Con bled in to Epcot, and it was really interesting to see.
What was the coolest food and wine thing?
This one empanada, the same empanada I got 7 years ago. Like, I just love paying $5 for a single empanada. And I'm like, oh, it's beef, and it's definitely been sitting in a roasty bin for a few hours. And I just love it. Like, to me, it's just time travel.
There's one empanada.
It's the one empanada. And I'm driving the kids nuts because every question the kids ask, I was like, oh, you mean the empanada? And they're like, Dad, stop talking about there. It's like, oh, no. Yeah, but Penny's like, Penny says, Dad, how come every question we ask you just answer as if it's about an empanada? I said, that's totally not true. For example, there was one time I was having this empanada, and then it's been the running gag.
Dude, that's awesome. So that's it sounds like everything is fucking rocking and rolling then.
Yeah, it is now. There was a dicey moment because everybody comes to the table with their own agenda, and everybody secretly has their most important things and their least important things, and you don't necessarily know what everybody's most important things were, and so early on there's this negotiation like, hey, everything's going to be fluid, we're going to be flexible and coming up with shit on the fly, and you got to figure it all out. But I would say 2 days in, I think we've checked off all of the most important boxes for everyone else, and now we finally relax into that. Like Night Attack was one of my must-do boxes, and going to Halloween Horror Nights later this week is another one of them. And outside of that, everything else is like, I just want to create happy family memories, which means, literally whatever anybody wants to do, it's all on the table. Of course, all that went out the window when I saw that Postmodern Jukebox was performing today. I was like, no, we're doing this for the rest of the night. And it was great.
Dude, wait. So, they were performing at Epcot, or they were just like or they were like at the Disney property?
No, they were doing the Eats to the Beats thing. They did 3 sets, and unlike most, where they do the same set 3 times in a row, they doggone it, I wanted to save all this for the show, but I guess this is why it's awesome to be a Patreon. They did 3 totally different sets. They basically did their full concert, and just with broken up with half-hour breaks in between them, 35-minute breaks in between them, and it was astonishing. I spent the last 2 days confused and convinced that there was a time travel fashion trend that was taking over, because there were so many women that looked like they stepped right out of the 1930s, and so many dapper men everywhere I looked.
Gotcha.
And only tonight did I realize they've all come in for these 2 days to watch these 2 night evenings of concerts, and they've just been doing Disney, kind of cosplaying it up as if it's Dragon Con, which I instantly got. Once I pieced together, that's why they're here. And man, they blew the fucking roof off of that. Like, I want to save something for the show, but it was great. It was great, and it was great seeing the amount of love that they got. I've never seen an act in that, because that pavilion at Epcot, right? It's like you get a lot of people phoning it in. Cool in the Gang for the 28th millionth time shows up, and it's like, yeah, I remember this one, Jungle Boogie. Like you could tell
so
this
tired
was a
of the
big
gang.
gig. What's that?
I'm so tired of the gang. They're riding on Cooley's.
I mean,
coattails.
Cool's all right, but
Yeah.
it's the gang that's really,
Cool got it, man. He's still throwing gas. Like, that guy's got his fastball. The gang, low.
But the gang,
They're
bunch of hangers on,
right? They're just floating.
Anyway, maybe I'll say what little there is left to say about it for the show, but I just want to give mad props to them. It looked to me, in fact, chat realm, if you could figure out for me, I got the strong vibe that this was their first time doing this kind of big arena gig and packing the place and just crushing it. Like, they had this moment where they took a selfie of themselves with the audience going nuts in the background and all that stuff. It felt a lot like the first time we did NSFW at Dragon Con, and we were blown away by the electricity and the fan. We saw made physically manifest the actual reach that we had. It was just adorable, and the level of talent was extraordinary. It was amazing.
You got to figure they've probably done like Comic-Cons or PAXs or something like that, right? Like, because didn't they do some video game thing or?
Well, they did do the time traveling covers that appeared in BioShock Infinite, and that's what really put them on my radar. But I can't imagine that's the other thing is it was interesting to just encounter random, like, I don't know, 55-year-old guy who tends bar who is a fan of the concert series, and he the moment we connected eyes, he was like, aren't they great? I was like, yeah. And I was like, how do you know? And he was like, I saw them on the list and I didn't know who they were, and I Googled them, and next thing I know, I'm watching all their videos on YouTube. I've never seen anything like this. This is the greatest thing I've seen in my entire life. And to hear them make such astonishingly high musical art out of almost as a dare to take what is regarded as trash and instead show the darker sentiments that are inside of them and showcase their incredible musical talents. It's extraordinary. Puddles the Clown was not there, Dr. RB in the chat.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And also, it's like found money once you're already there in the park, right? Like, It's like all I got to do is just go get me the drinks of my choice and take an old cedaroo.
Well, and plus I guess none of this will show up in the show now. That's the.
No. We can save it. We can. I mean, we can.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know when you keep going like, I don't know the show. I don't know whether you want me to stop or whether or not you're like, I guess if it's here, it's here. Then like.
Well, I'm just that excited, and I don't want to try to manufacture it shortly. But there was a very magical moment for me that I would like to share on the show, and then we can see what organic.
Let's go right into the show then, because we're at about that magic hour.
Yeah.
Okay, then let me move some stuff around. All right, let's do the show. Let's see, Optfee. Hey, Brian, do you have any sort of option to adjust your auto gain on Skype? Because it's picking up the crickets, and it wants to bring...
I can't tell if it's crickets or it is crickets. It is, because it sounds to me like feedback. I could move to the bedroom upstairs, which would be quieter. Yeah, otherwise we're just going to get... Hold on. Hey! Shut up! Yeah, I didn't think that would work.
Is that just you yelling at a neighbor?
Yelling at a lake filled with snakes and alligators.
Yeah, see, snakes don't like shut up is the thing.
They don't. They're constantly...
I know, yeah. Just talk to Hollywood, am I right? I mean...
Oh, have you seen on the front page of Reddit? There's this picture of Jabba the Hutt pulling in Leia and her looking disgusted, and in the meme font underneath it says, "I'm a producer." Okay, so your call. I can reset inside where it'll be quieter.
If you think that's something you're able to pull off with whoever.
Yeah, I could do. It'll take 3 or 4 minutes. Let me give me a moment or two.
Sure.
By the way, part of the reason that I picked going on the outside here is because I was sure that I would get 2 bars LTE. I'm not entirely sure what it looks like on the inside, so
okay. Well,
give me a moment.
If we got it working, let's just roll. Like, I mean, I don't know if it's so bad.
Okay.
I can write a mute button, maybe.
I would rather. I will do that. I can. If someone's manually doing it, I'd rather it be me. On this side than you, if only because I don't want you to have to be distracted.
Okay.
All right. Then let's reset for the show that is called Night Attack. All right, here we go.